They say time heals everything. But that's a lie. Time doesn't heal, it hides. It buries the screams under new memories, until one sound, one face rips them all back open. My name's Ryan Mercer, and I used to believe in justice. Now I believe in fire. Because when the system burned my world down, I learned the only way to survive is to light your own match. 3 years ago, I was a detective with the New Haven Police Department. Good record, clean rep. Engaged to a woman named Lena Brooks, a journalist, smart, fearless, the kind who believed truth could change the world. We were supposed to get married in June, but on May 27th, everything ended. Lena was found dead in her car, burned beyond recognition. The report said engine failure. But I'd been a cop long enough to know the smell of gasoline poured by hand. Her last story was about corruption in Greystone Pharmaceuticals, a billion-dollar company tied to half the city's hospitals. And the CEO, Victor Hale, a man I'd shaken hands with at fundraisers. When I asked my captain to reopen the case, he told me to drop it. That's when I realized justice wasn't blind. It was bought. 6 months later, I was suspended. They said I'd gone off the rails. What they meant was I was getting close. Every night, I'd drive past the spot where Lena died. And every time I swore I'd make Victor Hale feel what I felt, not by killing him, by dismantling his empire, brick by brick, lie by lie. So I disappeared. Moved to a small cabin outside Portland, Maine. For the next 2 years, I planned, watched, waited. Then one day, I saw a headline, Victor Hale to receive Humanitarian of the Year award. That was it. The spark. I reappeared under a new name, Daniel Cross, IT consultant. I got a job through a contracting firm working security for Greystone's data servers. Within weeks, I had access to their internal networks, and what I found made my blood boil. Victor wasn't just paying politicians. He was testing illegal drugs on homeless veterans, covering the deaths as natural causes. And Lena had found proof of it before she died. They killed her to bury the story. But they forgot one thing. You can't kill a story if someone's still alive to finish it. I didn't rush. I wanted precision, not chaos. For 4 months, I copied every file, every email chain, every cover-up. Then I built a trap. Victor was scheduled to give a live speech at the annual Greystone Gala. I hacked the event's live stream servers. When he took the stage instead of his speech, the screen behind him began showing photos, autopsy reports, payments, hospital documents. And then a picture of Lena. The audience froze. Victor's face turned white. Then the final slide appeared, brought to you by the truth she died for. I was watching from a nearby van. I didn't smile. I just whispered, "Justice, Lena." Within 24 hours, Greystone's stock crashed. The FBI raided their offices. Victor's mansion was surrounded by reporters, but Victor wasn't done. He sent people after me, men who thought they could scare me into silence. They found my cabin. They burned it to the ground. Too bad I wasn't inside. I was already 2 steps ahead. I sent the full data dump to the Washington Post, FBI, and Interpol. By the next week, Victor Hale's name was global news. He lost everything, his wealth, his power, his friends, but still, he was free. And that, I couldn't accept. 3 months later, I tracked him down. He was hiding in a luxury safe house near Miami, guarded by men who used to be cops. I broke in during a stormy night. He was sitting in the dark, drinking. He looked up and said, "Ryan Mercer." I was wondering when you'd show up. I didn't answer. "Just handed him a drive. What's this?" he asked. "Proof. The last piece of your puzzle." He plugged it into his laptop. The video started playing. It was him, arguing with Lena the night she died. He hit her. She fell. Then the screen showed him pouring gasoline. He froze. You can't." I stepped closer. "I don't need to kill you, Victor. The world already has." He reached for a gun. But I didn't give him the chance. 1 shot to the leg. I called 911, reported a suicidal man with evidence of murder. Then I left. When the cops arrived, Victor was alive. Barely. And everything was on tape. Victor Hale was convicted on 47 charges. Fraud, conspiracy, manslaughter. He'll die in prison. I went back to Portland. Bought a small apartment near the water. Some nights, I still wake up hearing her voice. Don't let it consume you, Ryan, she says. Maybe it already did, but maybe that's what it takes, to burn monsters in a world that feeds them. They call me a ghost now. Maybe I am, but I know one thing for sure. Justice isn't about what's right. It's about who's left standing when the fire goes out.